just as in no-gi, the only thing we really add to the full warm-up series is the hip bump. Same thing in gi, the only thing we add to now is the flower sweep, okay? And the different variations we have for the flower sweep. So, and if you're at another school, they call this the pendulum sweep, and our kids and our community just kept with the flower sweep, even though it has some variations from the actual flower sweep, so just keep that in mind. So remember, I'm grabbing in here, I'm pulling this to my chest, and then I'm scooping underneath his knee by bringing my legs to my chest, lifting him up, getting to his knee, and I'm hooking this knee right here, bringing his knee to my ear, bringing this foot over, and then rising up right here into mount. Okay? And let's scoot over for the camera. And after you get this, the first submission, especially for kids that I want them to go for, is that punch through, thumb in, cross collar choke, where thumb is going behind the neck. I'm turning him away. Remember, by turning his neck, you are not only exposing his artery to the surface, allowing me to put as much pressure as I can into that artery, but you're getting his neck out of alignment, right? And there's a lot of force that we can do here. In addition to that, as I reach across with my 4 fingers in the gi to pull him, I'm cutting off this other artery and also bringing his neck forward into the choke, okay? So as I turn here, pull, there's like 6 different mechanisms creating that choke, very powerful, okay? After I get that choke, he's gonna do an arm trap roll right here. We're gonna fall back over, right? And then as we get up in here, I'm gonna grab this closed guard, grab the sleeves, and move on to the next one. Okay, so first one is just the regular flower sweep, right? Get the flower sweep, get the choke, they arm trap roll you back to here. Okay, now this is what differs between the gray belts and the white belts. Now, as I get in here, I'm gonna do the same exact thing. I'm gonna go for my flower sweep. I'm trying to kick him over, but he's doing a good job keeping his balance. I just can't get here, but I still have this good grip. So I'm just gonna bring my leg in front of his face, pinch here. Okay, and a lot of these things are gonna be the same as the closed guard series that we did. So if you want more in-depth detail on that, go to the closed guard series for our intro. So anyway, here, grab, boom, trying to yank him through. He's doing a good job posturing, or he's doing a good job not going over. All I need to do is get this leg in front of his face, chomp down, pinch the knees, and get the arm bar. If he happens to fall down all the way right here because you chomped so well, that's fine. Just go for the full arm bar, okay? Now we go back up. Now, same thing, pull him, get in here. He's not going over. I go to the arm bar, but he's smart, so he pulls his arm out. So I bring my leg right in front of his face. I do this, I call it a hard triangle, because I have to push down hard and change my angle. I get my triangle arm bar, leg in front of the face, arm bar, right there. Notice my back stayed on the mat the entire time. I'm not switching up off of my shoulder blade or creating an angle on my back to get this. All right? Mm-hmm. So, again, grabbing the sleeves, trying to go over. I get the arm bar. He pulls his arm out. Now, a lot of people might teach you the omoplata from right here. For the kids and for my new people, I'm not doing that. I'm bringing this back around for the triangle, and I'm not staying on this side. I do my hard triangle. Okay, triangle, triangle, arm bar, okay? So that's, and then the last one is just doing your flower sweep to hip bump sweep. So as I go right here, one of the options that this person might do is as I go for my flower sweep and he's feeling that he might either post, right, which allows me to bump it back that way, or he might scooch way back, okay? He might, let's do that again. So as I'm here, he might scooch his hip this way, way back. And then I'm just going to use that to hip bump sweep. So I either just bring my hip up or I go for my full hip bump sweep into mount. Again, so I'm in here, boom. I'm trying to go for this, he sits back, so I go for my full, I bump him with my hip to mount. And that happens quite frequently. So we always need to be looking for our other sweeps. We talked about this in the closed guard series as well. Like if I were to go for a hip bump sweep and he decides to lift his butt up off the ground, right? Then I can come down right here into my flower sweep. So my hip bump sweeps can lead to my flower sweeps, and my flower sweeps can lead right into my hip bump sweeps. Okay? Flower sweeps can also be done if this person's hugging me. Right here in the closed guard, I just trap his arm, get underneath, and I flip him over. All right, so that was just a quick caveat. So let's start now and do the entire flow, okay, from the flower sweep series. So I get here. Try to get him over, leg in front of the face, arm bar. Let's go back out. Now the next one, I try to get the arm bar, but he pulls his arm out. You see I locked onto this arm, triangle, triangle, arm bar, arm bar. Here, but he sits too far back, push him forward, get my choke from here. And then the other person goes. So we're just adding to the flower sweep, and that's the gray belt flower sweep series that I need them to do. To get your 4th stripe on the white belt, like I said, you need to do the full series where you do that, then you do the dummy sweep, and then you do the stink bug guard pass that we've already covered in the warm-ups. But you notice between the gi and the no gi, it's not all too different. We're just learning how to chain moves together now. And every single day when we come to class, whether it's gi or no gi, we're doing that warm-up, and my 4-stripe white belts, as well as my gray belts, need to be doing that warm-up. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. That's pretty much a cap on how I do warm-ups for the kids class and the teens class, and I think it's a very, very good warm-up for adults as well. So if you want to improve your game a lot, I would suggest those warm-ups being part of the warm-up game.